Prosecutor Valdez, Mr. Holmson, and Chief Wall, please accept this audio-video recording as my full report as a recommendation on replacing all the video recording systems in Passaic County's municipalities, colleges, and universities, as well as in the Totowa Specialized Investigations building. I'll explain why I believe we need this system and also what it costs. Our current systems. Presently, we use a system at the prosecutor's office in Totowa designed by a corporation called SciTech. In some of the municipalities throughout Passaic County, they use systems that they purchased, which are proprietary, and they are the product of different companies. The balance of municipalities use DVD burners. These are off-the-shelf retail units, the kind of things that you can buy in Best Buy or any electronics stores. We bought them in 2007 at a price of about $100. The problem with Passaic County's system in Totowa, as well as the proprietary systems that some municipalities use, is that they were based upon surveillance systems, the kind of systems that you find in bodegas and stores and in schools and similar institutions. They were designed to take long-term surveillance video. They were tweaked and modified to fit the needs of taking witness statements, but they were not designed from the ground up for taking witness statements. Now, the DVD burners, they were designed primarily to record television programming off the air, and certainly not designed for taking witness statements in a forensic context. Because these systems were not designed from the ground up as forensic software, they create a number of difficulties when we try to use them in law enforcement. The most meaningful obstacle is that the content that they generate is proprietary and it requires specialized software simply to make it play. And that results in the staff at our offices having to make conversions of the content. Often the conversions don't work properly, and each municipality has a different system for even playing the video content without even getting to things like transcriptions and redaction. What happens is you wind up with a virtual Tower of Babel with all of these systems speaking different languages that requires a significant drain on resources and lots of troubleshooting just for us to get the stuff to play so that people can look at them. The key issues in using a good piece of forensic software are as follows. First of all, we need to include the content of these software packages as discovery, and an ideal system should be turnkey, which means that it should simply play and work. I call it the Larry Smith test. Our colleague from the Public Defender's Office should be able to double-click on a file and it should play. That is the ideal. Also, the content that is generated ought to be easy to use in transcription software. As we move forward and the courts and the legislature impose more and more obligations on sharing video recorded content for forensic purposes, it ought to be easy to use in transcription software so we can give the court a transcript or our adversaries a transcript. Also, in every case that goes to trial, the court orders that certain parts of the video content be redacted. In every case, there is more than a few statements that are inadmissible, and that requires that the entire video be watched, that certain parts of it be cut out, and that the remaining content be re-stitched together. We call that redaction, and that's a problem in every case that goes to trial. And lastly, a good piece of forensic video recording software ought to allow for easy investigator or attorney review so that they can prepare their reports, or the attorneys can review the video content easily to make charging decisions or think about the next step in an investigation. The problem with the current systems is that in each one of these key areas, the video recording software does not work easily to do all of these things. In nearly all cases, we have to make conversions, and in a substantial subset of cases, we have to troubleshoot over the phone, sometimes even visiting the public defender's office or the jail, just so that the person who wants to watch the video can look at the content easily and effortlessly. Now, I'm proposing iRecord as the solution because I believe that it does all of these things extremely well. Firstly, the file formats that are generated by the iRecord system are non-proprietary. You don't need special formatted software to make it work. You simply click on the file and it plays. Larry Smith can get his disc, put it in a computer, double-click, and watch the video, whether he's at the jail or in his office or even at home preparing for a trial. Next, the iRecord system is built from the ground up for forensics. It's designed to take witness statements, not to conduct long-term surveillance. Moreover, you can easily rip MP3 or audio files. If the court wants simply the audio track and not the video, the iRecord system can do that easily with one click, and we can share it with the court and our adversary. Moreover, iRecord has low storage protection. All of the video content that we generate has to be stored somewhere, and eventually you run out of storage space. Recently, Detective Cologne was conducting a homicide investigation, and in the middle of the suspect interview and interrogation, we ran out of space. The current system had no flag, it had no notification that we were low on storage. The iRecord solution allows you to pick how much storage you want, how to allocate that storage, and when storage is running low, you cannot initiate a video recording without freeing up storage. In fact, that same day that Detective Cologne's video recording failed, the shooting team was doing their own video recordings and their interviews failed as well. That won't happen with the iRecord system. It also works out of the box with the wave pedal. For clerical staff who are transcribing, they can simply import the video content into iRecord and it works, as I say, out of the box. And we tested it. It also works out of the box with video editors. In order to redact statements, in order to take out sections that violate the rules of evidence, the iRecord solution is designed to make that redaction work smoothly and easily. And lastly, iRecord allows desktop access at the Totowa building. So detectives, prosecutors, and other staff who are working on any particular case can access the file from their desk, double-click on it, and watch it, and they can prepare their reports. Prosecutors can also, right from their desktop, find the file, play it, and make decisions about charging or the direction of an investigation. I am proposing that the iRecord system be distributed as follows within Passaic County. Firstly, the large towns, Patterson, Passaic, Clifton, and Wayne, will have 2 rooms, each room independent of the other, where they can take audio-video statements and, if need be, take them simultaneously. They have the most volume. In the smaller towns, we propose simply equipping them with one iRecord software package, and they can conduct their video interviews in that room. And in Passaic County, at the Totowa building, we're proposing that 11 rooms be outfitted with the iRecord software and also that it be networked. That networking of the iRecord software allows the desktop access that I talked about a moment ago. Of course, with any new piece of software, staff is going to require training. iRecord has recommended training as follows. First of all, they have agreed to conduct one on-site training schedule day at the Passaic County Prosecutor's Office Totowa Multipurpose Room. We're going to open that training up to all Passaic County law enforcement, and of course, every municipality and college will have to send at least one representative. They will also set it up so that each municipality has 1 hour of remote web-based training. So every municipality can access over the internet a training tutorial on how to use the iRecord software. Having said that, one of the great beauties of this software is its ease of use. What is key in a piece of software like this is that you click on it and it starts recording, and you click on it and it stops recording and saves the content. iRecord does that. There aren't a lot of buttons. There aren't a lot of opportunities to make mistakes. Simply click and record and click and save. Nevertheless, training is important just to know how the system operates and so that they can be saved properly. How much does it cost? Well, here is the pricing for the large municipalities where we are going to install 2 systems. The total price for installation and training is $19,267, and it is critical that each of these systems have a warranty. You get 1 free year of on-site maintenance, and each additional year for the large municipalities costs $1769. Let's take a closer look. $19,000 for Patterson, for example. 3 years on-site maintenance. That means that iRecord will troubleshoot it over the phone, try to repair whatever the problem is remotely, and if that doesn't work, they'll come down to Patterson and they'll try to fix it on site. Their offices are in Syracuse, New York, and they've been here a few times, and they would come down and try to fix whatever the problem is. So it's $19,000 and then 1 year free, and the next 3 years $1769 per year, a grand total for the large municipalities of $22,805. Pricing for the small municipalities and colleges: $10,000, $791 for installation and training. You get the free 1 year warranty, and then each additional year is $982. Let's take a closer look. $10,791 for Wanacue, for example. First year free for on-site maintenance, each additional year $982. The quote I received was for 3 years on-site, so it would be $12,755 for each small municipality and college. The pricing for the Totowa Specialized Investigations Building will be as follows. $89,181 for installation and training. Remember, that's 11 rooms. We get the first year free, and each additional year is $75.80 per year. Let's take a closer look. Again, installation, training, $89,181. First year free for on-site, and then each additional year $75.80. Totowa would be $119,501. When I first got the quote, they wanted slightly over $100,000 for installation and training, and about $10,000 for each additional year of on-site maintenance. I was able to negotiate it down just a bit, and that's reflected in the price I'm displaying. Looking at it from a total county-wide perspective, the entire project with 3 years maintenance for the municipalities and 5 years maintenance for the Passaic County Prosecutor's Specialized Investigations Building is $402,046. Let's take a look at that in a different way. The small towns, in the aggregate, $191,325. The large towns, the 4 I explained earlier, Wayne, Clifton, Patterson, and Passaic City, $91,200, and the County Prosecutor's Office, $119,000. Again, the grand total, $402,446. Now, for your information, I've been communicating with iRecord for about 2 months now. They've come down to our office a few times where I met with them and I met with other staff. I met with John Gray, Henry Hernandez, Bill Murata, Dave Tallarico. They've spoken to them and they've evaluated the software and they endorse it as well. I also met separately with the iRecord representatives and Joe Rizzo, who manages our internal network, and he also did not foresee any problems with integrating this package into our current system. And he, like the others, endorses the product and thinks that it will save a lot of time and set us up for the future. In spite of that, I reached out to other institutions that have already purchased the iRecord system. For example, in Broome County, New York, which is a county of about 200,000 people, their lieutenant said that they like the software. They really appreciated the fact that it has one button recording, that the recordings are saved in a non-proprietary format. And that's one of the biggest issues, that it plays on any computer, anywhere, easily. They also like the fact that you can search for recordings rather easily from your desktop. And redactions work easily. They declared their technical support as being excellent. They did tell us they had a few minor issues, but iRecord addressed them immediately. We also communicated with the sheriff in Maricopa County, Arizona. They installed systems throughout the Phoenix metro area, which is a very large metropolitan police department that covers Phoenix and the surrounding suburbs. The supervisor there liked it, thought it was very easy to use, and in fact purchased 9 systems that are housed in 8 different buildings, and their feedback was the product is outstanding. The Broome County Sheriff learned about this software from the district attorney I mentioned earlier. They too purchased the software and spoke highly of its one button beginning and ending, its easy search, and the fact that you can use it from your desktop, their tech support, and they were impressed by the fact it's easy to redact recordings. So as you might expect, I wholeheartedly endorse the purchase of the iRecord system. I think the time is right to replace our hodgepodge system throughout the county, and I can only anticipate that there will be further obligations and mandates from the courts and from the legislature moving forward. So this would be money well spent. Thank you for your attention.